Okay, I believe we are live. Just make sure everything is working fine and we shall get started in a couple of minutes. If you can see me and hear me loud and clear, then please put in a little yes in the chat box so I can see that yes, you guys can hear me fine. Okay, everything seems to be working pretty well. Thank you, Richard, Adam, brilliant. Good to see you guys over here. And today I've got a few questions which have been sent across, so I'll go through them. But before that, today is Friday, uh, June the 12th. It's 5 o'clock in the UK, and thank you very much for joining in wherever you are in the world. If it's your first time here, then these sessions are for anyone and everyone who wishes to learn online digital marketing, Google Ads, video marketing, YouTube ads, pretty much anything to do with online marketing. I usually cover a lot of things on Google Ads, but I'm open for any topic, and as long as there is an interest by you guys, I'll make sure that I'll cover it for you. This is my 42nd live stream since the lockdown started, and I've been thoroughly enjoying it. And I truly appreciate the comments, the feedback, the love which is sent across to me by email comments and on my YouTube channel. So I truly appreciate that, and I'll do my best to create good quality, highly engaging content for you guys, so you can get as much value out of these. These sessions are for you. Leverage these. Ask me any questions you may have, and take your skill set, the know-how, knowledge to the next level. I started Google Ads about 10 years ago, and I've learned it all by myself. So I've got a bit of experience in running ads, which we also do for our own business to generate new leads or sales. Same thing you can do for yourselves, or if you're working for an agency or for your employer. My focus these days, or has been for the last 2 years, been video. Solely, the video is at the heart of our content marketing as well as paid advertising, and from there we go out to pretty much everywhere: YouTube, Google, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, where else? Quora, LinkedIn, or pretty much anywhere you can push out your video to, and that's how I get an audience. That's how I put my word out, and this is how we generate new leads or sales. So if you have any questions and it's the first time over here, just put your questions on the comment box on the right hand side. I'll keep an eye on it, and I'm going to answer them for you. So hello, Mac. Yes, we are back. The internet got sorted out, and it's a dream. Absolutely, I cannot tell you guys how pleased I am with this new setup. It's it's a dream. I don't need to stress about those red lights pinging on my other monitor, and I'm thinking, oh God, the transmission or the live stream has got disrupted. But now it seems to be working fine. This is my third one this week, and I shall hopefully continue again from Monday. So let's get started. And I can see a couple of questions in on the comment box on over here. I will come on to those in a minute. So you can see a question on the screen at the moment which says, how can I see which positions my ads show up? And I presume you're talking about Google Ads. Google Ads used to have a metric called the average ad position, where you would see your average position of your ads, whether it's 1.1, 2.4, and so on. And accordingly, then you can bid up or bid down depending on how much you wish to pay for your ads. But Google took that metric away late last year, I believe. So you can't see your average ad position. So that has created a fair bit of confusion for a lot of advertisers as to whether their ads are being shown, not shown, how are they shown at the top or at the bottom of the page, and so on. But there are a couple of ways where you can see how competitive your ads are compared to your uh, compared compared to your competition or your competitors. So you go into your Google Ads account, you go into columns, and then you can either modify it. I've saved some of my column sets, but you can go into modify column, and then in here you will see competitive metrics, and here's what you need to look at. So the first one is the search impression share. IS meaning is impression share on all of these um, check boxes. So it's the same IS, it means impression share. So search impression share, top impression share, search absolute top, search lost, search lost top, and so on. So let's go in detail. So you look at the first three. So the first four, in fact. So search impression share is, if you don't know what these means, you just hover your mouse on any of these metrics or the text, and this pop-up window will show up. So this means that how many times your ads have got impressions on the search network. Obviously, this is in percentage, so you will get a number out of 100%. So whether it is at the top or at the bottom is the impressions that you received on the search network divided by the estimated number of impressions that you were eligible to have received. So you want this to be as high as possible. Now, I personally want to keep it over 70 to 80%. If you want to be at the top all the time, then you just keep on bidding higher. But 70 to 80% is a good benchmark. I'm not saying that that's the right way or the right number, but that's what I do. And more or less, you will find that your ads are pretty much running nicely, and you are getting good number of impressions. Search top impression, as it says, is at the top. Absolute top is right at the top. Google doesn't give a number as to whether it is number one, but I presume it will be number one or maybe between 1 and 2. So they're right at the top. So these are your search impression shares. And once you check them, you will see that they are popping up in your column set, right? So you can pick and choose which one you want, and then once you apply them, it will show up in your columns. Search lost impression share by rank. So that means that you are being outbid or outranked by your competitors. This is again at the top and the absolute top. Over here there's some more metrics, so I'll just go through them whilst I'm here. If you are limited by budget, it's going to tell you that you are losing so much impression share due to budget, be it at the top or at the bottom. At the top by budget, absolute top. Because if you want your ads to show up right at the top, then obviously you're going to be bidding more aggressively and higher, so you need more budget. So you can see all these three metrics. Then you've got the search exact match impression share, and there are a few metrics for your display campaigns as well. You will find that you will always be limited by budget on the display network because there's so much traffic over there. But the one I quite like is this one, relative CTR. So you can check how your CTR is performing against your competitors. So what it is, relative CTR is your click-through rate divided by the average click-through rate of all advertisers on the websites that show your ads. So relative CTR of 1x means that your CTR equals the average CTR of all advertisers in the same section of a website. And then that's how you can see how you are performing, whether you're above or below average. When you apply, you will find that they are popping up over here. As there is no data in this test account, there is nothing here, but then you'll start to see the percentage of the impression share or whichever columns you set up. So this is how you can see how your ads are performing against your competitors. There's no average positions anymore. So hope that answers your question. Okay, next question. Which are the best PPC ads? That's quite a broad question. There is no such thing as the best ads. It all depends on your campaign goals. If you are going after conversions, or you have a direct call to action. So a direct call to action could be somebody makes a purchase on your website, somebody signs up to your lead form, or they take any other call to action which you want, or make a phone call from your website. That could be a call to action. So it really depends on what are the goals of your campaigns. If it's for a branding campaign, then I would not go on the search network. Definitely go on the Google Display Network, YouTube, uh, Gmail. So they are pretty good at very low cost. You can get a ton of traffic to your website. And the other good thing about them is when somebody sees your ad on a website and they don't click on it, you don't get charged. So let's say, for example, if I go to CNN.com, and you'll see there are some banner ads popping up in a minute. Okay, where are they? It looks like there's an ad popping up, going to pop up over here. There you go. So this is an ad. This is a display ad. Now the beauty of these ads is if I don't click on this ad, this company, Barner, got free advertising. So if you are after brand awareness, these are the best ways, these are the best ads to run, because you can get literally tens and tens of thousands of impressions for zero cost. It's kind of like advertising in a magazine, and the magazine saying to you that we will not charge you any money unless we send the visitor to your website. And this is what's happening over here. Um, Google is only going to charge you if somebody clicks on your ads. So from that point of view, that's great. Even on YouTube, when you click the play button and you get that skippable ads for non-skippable for 5 seconds, you got free branding. If somebody skips the ad after 5 seconds, you got free advertising. So from that point of view, these are great. We run a lot of display ads, video ads, Gmail ads. I tend to stay away from search because that's what I want to do, is to build up my brand using videos like these ones. So I advertise the YouTube live with banner ads, as well as once this live stream is recorded and put up on YouTube, I can use it as a video ad and show it to other people. And then when they see it, they think, this looks interesting. I'll go and check this one out. So this is how you keep pushing people down your funnel. So I'm afraid I don't have a numeric number or one particular answer, but for me, the best ads absolutely are video ads. That's for sure. How do I scale up Google Ads campaigns. So scaling up can be done in a variety of ways. Obviously, first you will need to increase your budget to scale up. You'll need more money. The other way you can also scale up is by geographic locations. So let's say you are running your current campaigns within a 10-mile radius and you want to scale them up a bit and you're buying as much traffic as you possibly can. You go to 20 miles, then 30 miles, and so forth. And as you keep on growing your location targeting, be it by your city, town, uh, the whole country, or internationally as well, you can scale it. But you first, what you need to do is to make sure that either your ROI or your return on ad spend, which is the ROAS, which I talked about yesterday, is positive, because it's very difficult to keep burning cash and scaling at the same time unless you've got deep pockets or a blank checkbook. Then some companies don't care about whether they're making a profit or a loss as long as they reach their audience, because they know their profit is not at the front end, it's at the back end. So budget and by geographic location, you can quite easily scale up, and you can scale up as high as you want to go, because the traffic is unbelievable and unimaginable on Google. What is eligible learning in Google Ad campaign status? Why is my campaign not getting any impressions? Great question. And I'm glad somebody has sent that in, because this is where a lot of confusion, frustration happens. This eligible learning will pop up in the status when you go to smart campaigns or smart bidding. So if you are running bid strategy on TROAS or TCPA, this will pop up. Sometimes or quite often is going to be in this learning status for 5 days, 7 days, sometimes less, but it's for quite a few days. And until then, the algorithm, the machine is trying to learn what you are asking it to do. Now, I've said this before and I'll say this again. The best way to avoid this is to run your campaigns manually, first of all, and then turn your campaigns into smart campaigns. Within that same campaign, just switch from manual CPC or manual bidding to TCPA or maximize click. So whichever campaigns you want to run as, then you will find that you will not get this message because you already have data. And this is I don't have to say this, but you've got to set up your conversion tracking first of all. You should never run any campaigns without conversion tracking, because once you have that data, and I tend to look at around 15 to 20 and then switch it over to TCPA or any other smart bidding campaigns. If you don't have that conversion tracking set up, Google doesn't know what you are looking for. Once I have that set up, Google knows exactly what kind of customer I'm looking for, whether I'm looking for somebody to make a purchase, sign up to my newsletter, make a phone call, or any other call to action I want that visitor to take on my website. So you've got to make sure you've got conversion tracking set up at all times, and then you set your campaign up at manual and then switch it over to the smart bidding. When you speak with Google, most of the Google reps and the Google support team will say that you can run target CPA campaigns right off the bat, but you will have to go through this eligible learning period because the campaign is brand new. Google doesn't know what you're looking for. So this is my personal opinion, and it works really well for me. I don't get this issue or the problem. And then you will find that you you don't have this issue. The other problem why your campaign is not getting any impressions is because you also need to give it enough data. So first of all, most people will put in the least amount of the the target CPA as the minimum. They'll say, oh, I want to get a lead for $5. But if your cost per click is 20, how can you get one lead for $5? So you got to make sure that you got enough data in your campaigns to be able to let Google know what you're looking for. And the other thing is give enough data, enough budget. So if you, let's say your target cost per acquisition is $10, I would give at least five, minimum 5 times. So $50 or whichever currency you're in as your daily budget. Don't just double it or triple it, because you will find again that your campaigns are not getting any impressions because Google doesn't have that leeway which it needs to be able to go out and get those conversions. And once these smart campaigns are running and you fed the right data into the machine, you will find that you are going to get some really good results out of it. How would you recommend going about increasing website traffic on a small budget? Okay, so obviously the search network is probably it is, I think, yeah, the most expensive one with regards to the cost per click. What I term expensive is when things don't work and you are wasting money. Even at a lower cost per click, it is working out expensive compared to an expensive click which converts well. So what you want to do is you want to, if you just are looking for brand awareness and you want traffic to your website, then Google Display Network for sure, Gmail, sponsored promotions, really, really good, very good quality traffic you can get. YouTube, you can get amazing amount of traffic from YouTube as well. These three alone is more than enough. I mean, if you guys got a small budget, then you just stick with one. And what I would also recommend and highly recommend you do is put a part of your budget for remarketing. It's no point in driving traffic to your website and then letting them go. So I would say put 60 to 70% on the cold traffic and about 30 to 40% on remarketing. And then you'll start to see that you are getting the results which you are looking for. So if you got a small budget, then you can start small. But even then, if you're in a niche or a vertical where your cost per clicks are relatively cheap, i.e. in single figures, then you can start on the search network as well and try and reach the break-even point as quickly as possible so it's not costing you money to run ads, and then you just keep on scaling it. Okay, how do I share an affiliate link in Google Ads? You should never share an affiliate link in Google Ads. It's against the terms, and your ads will be disapproved, and potentially your account may get suspended as well. The way to do affiliate marketing is you got to drive traffic to your landing page or to your blog page or your website, and from there you can put in affiliate links. The best way and the most successful affiliate marketers I know is they work a lot. I mean, affiliate marketing is not just where you get the click, you drive traffic to through your links, and you are going to get recurring income or passive income on autopilot. Yes, you will get it, but you need to work for it. And the way to do this properly, and the most successful ones you will see, is they put in a tremendous amount of work by putting up good quality content and valuable content. So let's say, for example, you want to promote SCM Rush as a as an example. So they will pay you recurring income every time somebody buys through your link or is a member a month on month. So what I would do is I would put up high quality tutorials, videos, information about how to use SEMrush to get the best out of it. And in there, you would say, here's my affiliate link, and you need to be upfront about it as well and not be sneaky. People don't like that. Just be upfront that I get compensated by this company. And another thing which I always do is I never promote any product if I don't like it or I don't use it. I get a lot of emails from other companies that would you mind promoting it on your YouTube channel, but if I'm not using it, why should I promote it? So that's against my belief that I would never do that. So Unbounce I use, SEMrush I use, what else? A couple of other software and apps which I use are happily promoted, but I will also say on my blog or wherever I'm publishing my affiliate links that these are affiliate links and I get compensated by that. So always give full disclosure and not be sneaky. Okay, there's quite a few comments and questions popping up, so let's get to them. How many days do we need to know the effectiveness of the ad? Are there tools that help test the correct design of the ad? So it's by Mac. So Mac, it's not only the ads. There are lots of other factors which could be the problem. It could be your landing page. It could be your offer. It could be your pricing, which people don't like. So don't just think that, oh, the problem is Google or Facebook or YouTube. You got to test all these. There are lots of levers which we need to push and pull. And it's not that easy. If you are running a small campaign with a small budget, it's going to take a longer time to get the data in compared to if you had a larger budget, you run it, let's say £500 a day, you run it for a few days, you got the data in, and then you can see what's happening, what's not happening. I'm not saying you do that, but I'm giving an example. Big companies will do that. Whereas small companies will spend $50 or $30 or pounds a day, get the data in, but over a longer period of time, and then start to optimize and see what's working and what's not working. So, you start off with the keywords, then the ad, then your landing page, the offer. It could be the headline, it could be the image, it could be the colors, it could be a number of things. And until you don't test these out, I can't give you a definite number as to how many days you need to test out. You need to, the first 30 days for small accounts is quite common and normal. And then you start to, first 15 days, I would say you test it. 15 to 30 days, you start to optimize it. And then you want to slowly scale it as you go along. So, yeah, good question. Sai Sundar, how to fix the ad rank? So ad rank is dependent on a few factors. It is dependent on your bid, your quality score, and your landing page experience. These are the three things which you need to keep an eye on it, and that's how you will fix your ad rank. So don't just keep bidding up. It really is dependent on these three factors. So Rory, top impression share is a good metric. Yes, Rory, yeah, it is. Yeah, at least you know that your ads are popping up on the top four and not necessarily right at the top. So yeah, I would go with that comment. What's the best way to increase impression share? Increase budget, improved quality score. Now with the algorithm the way it is, I'll try and put a link from the Google Support Center. If you go in the Google Support Center and search for the quality score, it's less and less getting relevance and importance about the quality score being taken into consideration at the auction time. So with all the algorithms and machine learning which Google Ads has got now, it is getting a lot more advanced than just looking at the quality score. So don't get too much hung up about it. I've seen and experienced a very low quality score keyword giving me the best conversions and the best CPA. So am I bothered? Absolutely not, because I'm getting great results. So um, try and keep an eye on it, but don't obsess about it. You should keep your eye absolutely on the conversions and your cost per conversions and all those metrics. Okay, Mark, you are sorry for coming late. Okay, I'll let you off as long as you buy me a coffee next time. You owe me quite a few coffees now, Mark. So you better be counting, because now hopefully the lockdown will be over and I'll be at Milton Keynes on your doorstep for my coffees. Okay. Um, okay, I apologize for not pronouncing your name properly. Vijay Lakshmi. Yeah. Okay. Please help audience settings during video campaign for food channel. So I'm not with you at all as to what you're trying to ask. Audience settings. So you're talking about a video campaign for your food channel and which audience you want to target. So I would target foodies, absolutely. That's the best. In fact, we did a video campaign for a country food store around here, and we targeted all the foodies and food channels, other food channels as well. So we placed the ads on, channels like Gordon Ramsay, Jamie Oliver, and other. There are thousands of food channels, and so target them, target by your custom intent audience. So anybody who has searched about food or certain keywords, you can target them on YouTube as well. So that's absolutely the way I would go about it. Okay, Prajapati. Hello, sir. I want to do freelancing in Google Ads and SCM. What should I learn more in addition to that? How can I start freelancing? Well, you've got about 400 odd videos on my channel, so you should start watching them first and then you'll be good to go. But joking aside, you need to have practical experience as well. You just can't just keep on watching videos all day long, because until and unless you don't jump in the water, you will not learn how to swim. So just start um, running your own ads or ask somebody who is running an ad. I wouldn't say run somebody else's ads if you don't know yourself. Uh, the best way to do that is to possibly join a company as an intern and start learning how Google Ads works. But you got to get your hands dirty for sure. How much advisable? Hold on, I'm just trying to read this other comment. Okay, Vijay, I'm not sure what you're asking. If you could rephrase that. What are the landing pages for on YouTube channel? Again, I'm really not sure what you're asking. Um, Adam, are responsive ads absolutely necessary? No, no, not at all. They are good. So responsive search ads are pretty good because you throw in a handful of headlines, handful of description, and let Google mix and match them and give you the best possible results. I tend to put in two extended text ads and one responsive ads in the same ad group, so that way it will optimize for the three ads which they say you should have. Okay, Adam, is the optimization score important? Do you need to do everything Google is recommending? Um, well, it will keep on telling you every day that you need to increase your budget for, and if you can't, then you have to go by what is good for your campaigns, for you and for your clients. Um, th- there's some of the optimization tips which they give are good, but then some of them are not relevant to me, so I personally ignore them. So you don't have to do what somebody says or what I say to you. You do what you think is best for you. Okay, I think we're done for today. Thank you guys for putting in the questions and for being here. Okay, the last one. As a young person, is it good to start career in PPC advertising? Well, young or old, if you want to start pay-per-click advertising, then yeah, go for it. Why not? Age should not come into consideration. If you're starting young, you've got a lot of time to sharpen up your skills and be good at it. And if you decided that you want to do PPC, then I would say go for it. You certainly are in the right place, I would like to say. So, okay, cool. Thank you so much, guys. That's it for today. I'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. And yep, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button below and the notification one. So every time we upload something, you'll be notified, and hit the like button as well. So thank you, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye for now.